How's it going, folks? Nick with Foreclosure Finder. I'm back this week with a special video. I figured for our 100th episode, I would do effectively a compilation of some past walkthrough of the weeks. I'm going to take some highlights, some lowlights, everything in between, and I've put a nice little video together to kind of show the journey so far. Before we get started, I do just want to take a quick second to acknowledge and thank our audience. Obviously, without you, this is not possible. I love seeing the comments, the feedback, and I love the community that we're cultivating with Foreclosure Finder. Again, just thank you. Just wanted to take a quick second to show I'm very appreciative. Thank you for your viewership. So with no further ado, enjoy the video. This whole back of the garage is toast. I'd almost argue this garage is a teardown. You'll see when we pop inside, we'll go in real quick, but this whole back wall is like gone. You're going to see this vegetation on the inside as well. You can get a quick look. I'm not going to really walk through it, but you know, as you can see, this place it's toast. This is burnt toast. I mean, just everything. You know, you can see that the plants and the leaves like literally growing through the wall and the roof there. You know, this was just abandoned and just hasn't been touched. Pop in the backyard, mostly just to see what it looks like back here. This place is very overgrown. They started the trash out, but not the lawn cut. This side of the roof actually looks pretty good. I'm not seeing anything too glaring here. You know, some of the gutter connections are coming off, but honestly, all things considered, not too bad. Looks a lot better than the other side. That's for sure. But I mean, take a look at this, and perfect example, another property of why I wear long pants to every house I go to. It's about 92 degrees here today. Sun is shining. I'm sweating like a dog, but I'd rather sweat and take a shower when I get home than have to deal with ticks and all that stuff. So just a quick look back. I mean, nice big backyard. A lot of land. It just obviously needs to be cleared out quite a bit. I mean, you can't even really see the back of the house, so we won't spend too much time back here. But you know, get the brush hog out here, clear all this stuff out, and you get a nice usable backyard. So again, not just something to consider. It's also why I wear a lot of brown pants too. It's a lot easier to see the creepy crawlies when they're on you. First things first, out in front, I mean, you can see we just have deferred maintenance everywhere. Grass is very overgrown. Just everything, you know, basically no landscaping here. You can see the roof looks like it has some discoloration. We got some streaking coming down, and a lot of the trees are starting to touch the side here. Like I said, this one's a bit rough, to put it nicely. So I expect this one's going to be basically almost a full reno. All right, we're going to go in through these. We're going to go in through the front door, but we'll do the back side here. I just want to notice this. We do have the damaged railings here. Again, just kind of given the rest of the condition of the property, I don't think that's going to impact buyer desirability too much. It's really just the issue with these houses is trying to get them cleaned up to the point where you actually can see what's going on. I mean, you could just take a look at how overgrown this side of the yard is, so it's kind of hard to get an idea of what the chimney looks like, the top of the chimney. So you know, that's something not only to take in consideration as like a buyer thinking about this stuff, but also like valuing it, because the bank will cut the grass, you know, they'll trim it up a bit, but they're not going to be cutting trees down or anything like that. So just one thing to take into account. Do have a, you know, we're on a driveway here. Again, grass very overgrown. All right, so again, just side of the house, basically can't see a thing. And again, trying to give it to you guys in the raw here. I do these videos kind of as a one shot, one take. You know, I don't do a lot of editing really at all on these, because I want to give you guys kind of the genuine feel. You know what I see is what you see. You're seeing it in the raw. So again, back of the house, just again completely overgrown. We are on 0.9 of an acre, which is nice. You know, big front yard, and overall this backyard is pretty private. A little bit of a slope here, but you know, nice grass cut, clean it up. I think this would look a pretty nice. Again, just trying to see what we can see on the back side here, and a great example of why I always wear pants even though it's 85 degrees today. I don't know what I'm stepping in or what's going to try to crawl on me. So we can take a look at the deck. I'm seeing some, I don't know if it's coming up in the camera, but some missing wood pieces here, rotted out. So that's probably going to have to be replaced. I mean, you can see the tree coming over the roof there, all that growing into the gutters. And I mean, even this hatchway here, but just looking at this tree, I mean, this tree is probably less than what, 5 years old. Any arborists in the comments, but it almost looked like a sapling. They just let it grow, and now you got a tree right next to the house. The one run right next to it here too, because they are skinnier and they almost look like the saplings that just, you know, grow because you never touch it, you never maintain it. So correct me if I'm wrong in there. Again, I'm not too much of a nature guy, but just something I seem to notice around these properties. Do have this cool thing. I saw this and was kind of intrigued. Looks like it's a swing set, but it's in the shape of like a pirate ship. This is kind of cool. Show this off real quick. Tons of overgrown everything. We're like on a little patio right now here, but like all this in the back, all on the side, and as we loop around, we'll see a side yard here. So we'll come around. Again, just more of, you can see kind of the overgrowth and the garbage. I actually can't get on the other side here, so I'm just going to do a quick look because I wanted to see. We do have more wood siding. I'm seeing that more and more on these houses. I don't know why. But again, just tons of trash. This place smells really bad inside, so should be a decent one. The house, relatively speaking, is in decent shape, but just gonna need a good cleaning at bare minimum. This is all yard space that can be used. There's also like a little garden back there, but like I said, this place is quite overgrown. Like I said, they are doing the lawn out here, so we won't stick around in the front too long. I'm trying to look to see, try to get the camera up here. Do have some, you know, deferred maintenance on the roof and the gutters, things like that. We'll see if we can see it from the front as well. Just some more of the yard area here. And as you can see, a pretty good sized lot. I think we're on just over half an acre here, but it goes all the way to the back side and then comes around. There's actually a shed poking through back there too, but I don't think we're gonna get there with the overgrowth. Yeah, this is just full gut. No questions about it. I mean, you just see the ceiling, but almost nothing's gonna be salvageable in here. Cabinets, flooring, ceiling, fixtures, just rip it all out, put all new in, and move on with your life, because there's pretty much nothing salvageable in here. Might even had a little bit of a stove, a little bit of a kitchen fire there at some point, maybe some discoloration there. But yeah, this one's pretty rough. This is that back door. That's a door to the garage. I actually don't know if that's going to be able to be opened. Let's take a look. Nah, no knob on it. It's probably sealed from the other side. There was nothing in the garage. I mean, it's a standard one-car garage. I don't think you guys are going to be too interested in that. Take a look at that door. Yikes. I'm going to show you guys how bad some of these properties can get. This is the door to the basement. That is black mold. Again, I have a mask on today, so don't worry. I'm taking the appropriate precautions. This is the type of stuff we deal with. Of course, I have not gone down here, but as you can imagine, this basement has to be absolute toast. Almost nothing salvageable down there. Again, I'm not going down there. You can see how bad the mold is on this door. So we're just going to go ahead and do that for now. I mean, it's even on the outside. Look at that. This place had some type of issue, mold, mold, obviously, water intrusion, who knows? Because the entire house is going to look like this. Almost all the drywall and ceilings have been removed and pulled out. You're going to see we do have some buckling on the floors here. That's usually suggesting standing water. Got some nice black mold on the walls there. Finished the turnaround in the kitchen. So this one, again, I don't know. I have to imagine, based on the roof being new and all this damage, they had a major roof leak in some capacity. The water sat here. Mold got on every surface it could get its hands on. And this is what you see, because I'm not exaggerating. The entire property looks like this. You still have the mold all up in the house on the remaining drywall. That's still standing. I don't know if you guys are picking it up. I'm gonna try to get close here. If you can see, it looks like we got some mold starting to develop all along the trim, all along the ceiling, and that is not a good sign. Now, it's not black mold yet. It looks like it might just be starting out a bit, but I'm seeing it almost everywhere. No lights on at this place. Power is off. Lovely bed. Yep, okay, more of it. So yeah, definitely got, I wouldn't be surprised when we get into the basement that we can tell that there was water damage here. All along the ceiling here. Just gonna try to get and show it. Looks like it's coming up in the camera. Because it's very faint, you might not see it if you're far away, but it's definitely there. That tub's obviously seen better days. But a lot of moisture in here, it seems like, with it. Oh yeah, okay. Bedroom number one, you can see we got the panels, and see if I can get an angle, you can see it waving a little bit. Same thing in the corner there. Make sure, let's see if I can get it to come up on the camera. All right, we're gonna pop into the basement now. Really simple. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay in here. This is a straight up dungeon. You can see we got quite a steep step. Should have a handrail here, but we don't. And this is not gonna be a pretty sight. So let me just make sure I don't whack my head here. Excuse me here. All right, and again, just we saw what the first floor looked like. Plenty of it going on down here too. I mean, just look at this. Look at some of this discoloration. How long some of this stuff's been sitting here. So again, not much going to be salvageable down here. Take a quick look at the mechanicals just to see what we got going on, but that actually looks like it's in decent shape. Looks like it's got some moisture down at the bottom, but this looks like a newer unit. But you can even see, how clean the unit is, right? It looks newer, but then it's just got the corrosion on it. So definitely getting some water in here. It hasn't rained in a few days either, so the fact that this is still a little wet, might just be sitting down here. But again, not much we can really do. More than likely, I would imagine this is probably wrapped asbestos. That's usually what we see. Again, can't confirm it until we actually test it. But again, just look at some of this corrosion down here. So not much that's going to be salvageable down here, and I can't wait to get out because this is a straight up dungeon. You can just even see absolutely nothing. A lot of these pipes are corroded. So I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't coming down here at all in any capacity. Right outside Pittsfield, another one of my brokerage's foreclosure assignments. Going to be walking through this one today for the first time. Trash out just got done, and I wanted to show this one because it looked really funky in the photos, and it does not disappoint. So we got a cool one today. Might be a little bit of a longer video just because the house is a bit larger as well. And again, for any information on these properties or trying to connect with us in any capacity, take a look at the links in the video description. All right, so we'll start on the outside as is tradition. One weird thing right off the rip at this house, you can see we have not one, but two sets of balconies. There's a little, it's not really a balcony. They do have the rail up there for safety, but lots of views. It's a weird layout. I'm not sure this clearly was a custom built. So we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes. So this is the kit. This place is cool. Just right off the rip, I know it's dated, but I really like this. It almost has like a gothic vibe to it. And look at this. I didn't even notice this first. They got the built-in TV from what, circa 1980? That I've never seen before. That's a first. That's pretty cool. I totally missed that the first time when I walked through before. And then just panning around, a little bit of a dining area right here. Right, the hexagon tiles, but this is sweet. Okay, that's what they got, mirrors. That's why it's getting so much light. I was like, why is there so much light here? So they got mirrors reflecting it. And again, this is no lights on or anything. You get some good natural light in here. But this was cool. I'm not a fan of the island kind of right in the middle here. I would probably rework the layout a little bit, maybe with this island right here in front of us, something like that. But this is very big, very this could obviously be a blank slate at the end of the day, but I like this. This must have been a sweet spot to hang out in the 70s and the 80s. This is that little alcove bench thing that we saw on the outside, again adding more natural light, and just maybe it's just the cabinet pattern, like the pattern on the cabinets. I really like it. Again, a little bit more of a gothic style, but this is cool. Again, you don't usually see, this is custom stuff. You usually don't see things like this. I mean, even up there into the the additional storage, just like that spare storage. We're out here today in Colchester, Connecticut, another one of my brokerage's foreclosure assignments. Just did the eviction earlier this week. I wasn't present for it, and the weather hasn't been great, so finally getting out here, looping around, and as is tradition, bring you guys with me. For any information on these properties or just looking to connect, take a look at the links in the video description. All right, so we got an interesting one today. Got a nice contemporary. I'm a big fan of contemporaries. A lot of them are kind of stuck in the 80s with styling. This is a 1980s build, but I love the potential these have. I love the natural light a lot of these having on the inside, so excited for this one today. Doing this one a little bit different too. I usually walk through the house before to try to get an idea. Today we're just gonna do it live. We'll walk through it as I walk through it, so you guys can see me get confused in real time. The kitchen now. This we're getting a lot of natural light. So ooh, nice. Okay, a lot of stuff, but this is nice. Tons of natural light. You can see all the skylights in the windows. You know, high ceilings. You got your angles there, but again, contemporary style. I like this. This is cool. All right, and you got all right. So let's take a tour then. So again, a lot of junk here left over. Trash out hasn't been done yet, but kind of got the wet wall here. It does have this nice big island with additional storage right in the middle, which is pretty nice. Let's go from this angle. More built-in, more cabinets. You got the built-in oven and microwave. That's pretty cool. Little eat-in area right here as we walked in. Got a lot of stuff, but I'm getting the you kind of get an idea of what they might have been doing in terms of a layout. Let's just get it from this angle. Yeah, a lot of natural light. Again, no lights on right now, but tons of natural light, lots of space. I'm a big fan of this. I actually really like this long countertop. It's almost like a diner breakfast bar. You can see they even had the little built out, you know, if you wanted to throw some some of the stools under there. So that's pretty cool. I like this. Okay, we got potential. It's looking good so far. Probably why they were using it as a sitting room, not a bedroom, just because you're not getting tons of privacy. But coming right out of the upper level there down to the kitchen. So, you know, just say, hey, partner, throw me up a snack right through the window here. That's pretty funny. Don't see those two very often, and we don't see these very often. Spiral staircases. So this will be cool. These I'm like, sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. I think it's got to fit with the house. With this being a contemporary and having kind of the styling it does, I think it does fit. They're just obviously a little bit of a pain to deal with sometimes, you know, going up and down. Okay, so where the heck are we? Like countertop appliance combo is probably one of the cleanest I've ever seen. Just get rid of that for a second. Get some light in here. Check this thing out. I was creaming over this. The General Electric Kitchen Center. Any of you pickers or historians or anybody into the retro stuff, this is probably one of the best condition like retro pieces I've ever seen. It is just in mint condition. I mean, even stuff like the inside of the oven is pretty clean, and this thing's got to be like at least 70 years old. I walked up here and couldn't believe it, because this is like a vintage car. You know, it's got like that same, like that flat yellow. You get all the chrome finishing, like you know, these like little shelves in the back. Like they were way ahead of the curve back in the 50s and 60s. I love this type of stuff too. It reminds me of the Jetsons. I'm about 35, so used to watch the cartoons as a kid, but I love like the 50s, like retro futuristic style. And this is just like I said, like the epitome of it. You know, this thing's gotta be 50s, right? Anybody in the comments if you know, but I walked up here and I fell in love almost immediately. Spiral staircase, obviously pretty cool, but just because I think it's cool doesn't mean potential buyers will. Another little entryway here, nothing too crazy going on. Go ahead and turn around. Fireplace is pretty cool. This angle's killing me. This is actually a very wide spiral staircase. Usually the issue with spiral staircases is that they're very narrow. And you know, I'm not a big guy. I'm 6 foot, 180 pounds, and sometimes I've had issue getting up a few of them, just because, like, you know, your shoulder hits it or you're bumping into it. This one's pretty wide, so functionally it's not too bad. So we are out here today in Lebanon, Connecticut, kind of like southeastern Connecticut. Very rural area. You can see we're kind of completely surrounded by woods here, and some land in the back. We got a nice, cute contemporary. This thing's kind of cool. We'll go ahead and take a look inside. I haven't been inside yet other than today. So we'll take a look, see what's going on. Obviously, we got some cool angles here, and we'll see how that looks inside. Got some nice acreage back here as well. You can see the team only cut about half the yard, but just goes all the way back to the woods there. So you get a nice piece of land out here, and we'll pan across to the back of the home. I actually do like contemporaries quite a bit. We don't run into them very often in New England, but when we do have them, I do tend to like them. I like the angles, and depending on how the inside's laid out, usually you can get some cool levels and views depending on where you are inside. It does make the inside very open and welcoming. So again, just looking for any issues. Siding looks in decent shape. Windows look all right. Like I said, the roof's probably newer. Got a little issue there, but not too bad. Okay, and then we'll walk around. I opened up the basement here, so this one has a partial basement, so only half the house is has a basement. You can see some of the panels up there. We are out in Chester, Massachusetts today, and another one of my brokerage's foreclosure assignments. Walking through this one for the first time today. I thought this one would be very interesting. It's got a contemporary lake cabin feel. We got a little babbling brook, nice secluded lot. So I thought it'd be a good one to showcase. So we'll start outside. I did like this. So not too much yard in the back. We effectively are on a pretty steep slope. We'll see the side of the house here. I'll get a little close there, but I did want to come over here where basically I think the property line goes a little bit down, but I don't know how well it's coming up in the picture, but I'll give it like 5 seconds of silence. You can see the little brook down there, or maybe hear it. This is nice. You can hear it up here. I can only imagine what it'd be like, you know, sitting on this porch, just overlooking it, listening to it, because this is pretty secluded. This is pretty private. I could picture myself living here. Functionality is a little meh, but not too bad. Big contemporaries doesn't look like a big house from the front. From the back, it looks much larger, much more imposing. I love this just straight up and down alley, basically with the windows. You got the window at the top, window in the middle, and then the door, you know, full glass door at the bottom. I think this looks really cool. The wood shingling, surprisingly, we've had a lot of wood shingled houses lately. I don't know why. It's in pretty good shape. The house overall is not bad. Deferred maintenance here and there, but overall not bad. I expected this one to be pretty bad. One thing I've noticed too is there are a few of these wooden platforms just to help with the leveling of the yard. You can see we're kind of sloping in this way, we're sloping in this way, so just to have that walkway, it's a bit more functional. Obviously we're missing a few of the pads here, but they at least were taking that into consideration. You can see I'll come to the side and you literally have a bridge into your front door. Pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this. I'm usually not, but this, for some reason, this house, I'm actually really liking it. Westerly, Rhode Island today. Another one of my brokerage's foreclosure assignments. Going to be walking through this one for the first time. Figured I'd feature this one mostly because I haven't had too much Rhode Island inventory lately. And this one is an oversized log cabin. Haven't had a log cabin yet, so figured it might be a nice one to show, see what's going on. Obviously a little different than what we're used to seeing. So, turn here. Got AC, which is nice. This is a legit patio with the stonework on the fireplace. I mean, it needs a little work here, obviously, but on the fire, I mean, this thing is, this is solid. This ain't going anywhere. Let me just go walk up right here. Maybe need a little step or something into the slider there. Right into the living room. First things first, the ceilings are going all the way up to the roof line here. So nice high ceilings, does feel very open in here. Just giving you like a good look right when you walk in. Kitchen. Again, one thing with log cabins, I like them, but I don't think I could ever live in one full time, mostly just because everything's the same color. I like a little variety in my styling, but again, some people do like this. I like this more for like vacation stuff, but that's just me. Again, just getting a good tour. Good sized kitchen, good layout. You got the little eat-in area over on the side there. Not too much going. They even went wood with the countertops too, so that's kind of interesting. Again, just trying to put the pieces together. Coming to the third bedroom up here. This is the biggest bedroom. Good ceiling height. The angle's really not impacting the functionality of the space. So we'll go ahead and turn around here. And all of them got closets. You know, like I said, good shape. I'm just really looking for like water intrusion, discoloration in the wood, and I really don't see any of that. Again, not an expert. I don't get many of these types of properties in. I think that's just paint. So, you know, like I said, if there's anything specific about log cabins in general, go ahead, leave a comment. I'll keep that in mind for the next one. Let's do this. Let's go downstairs. Let's get that over with. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk through this whole thing, because I just peeked down here, saw the mess, and I was like, oh geez. So don't have the boots on, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much we're really gonna be able to walk down here anyway. Oh yikes. Oh wow. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. I mean, you can't even get back there, but I mean, we got mold, we got rust. Looks like some of the plumbing's missing too. I mean, just look at the rust on the freezer here. Oh, is that a cat? I think that's a cat. He just ran out the window. All right. I mean, I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we got some wildlife in here. Just the food that was left and all that stuff. It looks like there's an open window, so I'll make a preservation order, get this place boarded up. Maybe they can get this place cleaned out. But yeah, I can't even. I mean, this is a sea of garbage. I can't even walk. You can just take a look here, right? Yikes. So I'm sure there's something behind there. I can see the oil tank on an angle. Might be another cat down here or something. I hear something moving around, but yeah, this is toast. I'm not gonna stick around down here too long. Coming to this beautiful kitchen. Obviously this has seen better days, we know that. I'm gonna walk around to the bathroom here, and I mean, this is literally, I got here a half hour ago. This property's probably been like this for years at this point. Let me see a sticker. 2022. So this place has probably been vacant. It's been vacant at least 2 years, if not more, and has probably been sitting in this exact same condition for that entire time. So I mean, you can see, I mean, this place is just completely gone. 1900, so it was all plaster too. So this will be a big project to take on, especially like with all the windows. We'll just pop into this bedroom real quick, but I mean, you can see we're even down to the rafters. Like those slats are damaged as well. It's like the little side porch there. So here we go. Got a nice, lovely first floor unit here. Now, the thing is, like, you can see kind of some of the old world charm and style that was in this house. You know, like this mini chandelier here. Let me center it, sorry. But I mean, yeah, not much. I mean, like the mold's got mold on it in here. Like I said, it's been winterized since 2022, so I'd imagine it's been vacant since that time at least. And I mean, just taking a look at I mean, this, like I said, that's why it was soft upstairs. You can see some of the nails. I think one of these rooms had some daylight coming through too. So bedroom, I don't know what happened here. Because it's one thing, you know, it's one thing for the ceiling to be missing in like the bathroom or something, right? Because it's like, hey, they had a plumbing leak upstairs, it damaged it, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, the ceiling is all gone in here. What probably happened is that this place had a ton of mold. One of the old asset dispo companies or one of the entities that owned it previously maybe came in here, ripped it all out. Start in the basement. I want to get the basement over with. I'd like to get the second unit over with too, but hey, beggars can't be choosers here. So I was again just taking a look at the foundation here too, because this was the side of the garage or the driveway that had the that looked like the bricks were starting to give away a little bit. Oh yeah, look at this. So that light's on back there, but you guys can see the daylight coming through, right? Just right through there. So that'll definitely have to be addressed in some capacity. It's a little bit more than your standard repair. Okay, fitness flyer. Haven't seen one of those things in 20 years. Look at that, the Tony Gazelle. Remember that guy? All right, and then this looks a little bit like a horror movie here. So we got like sink, wet wall, right? And then I'm gonna be honest with you, that chest freezer, if there's a body in there, if you told me there was a body in there, I wouldn't be surprised. I ain't opening it. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like some type of water leak. I mean, there's the first unit's toast, the second unit's toast. Looks like it's actually might be coming from the outside there. So interesting. All right, so we'll go into unit number one. This unit was vacant, you know, not too surprising. You can see the mess we're walking into here. And yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine as to what happened here. Just a lot going on. This place looks like it's been empty for, this unit looks like it's been empty for a while. One thing too, I guess, with these properties in rougher shape like this, especially with all the stuff left behind, the smell is usually pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, look at this bathroom. Try to get cleaned up in here, you get dirtier than when you started. But yeah, this is pretty rough. I mean, this is what I was saying. This is a complete gut. I don't think there's really going to be much you can salvage in this place. Apologies, I just keep adjusting my mask here. So like little like living room, dining room area, I guess, maybe, whatever you want to use it for. But you can see here we got a lot of just again, you know, stuff that just sits, it doesn't get addressed, and then, you know, doesn't get any better if no one does anything, right? 3, 4, 5 years later, whatever it may be. Going to bedroom number 1 here. Again, a little limited in the ability to walk around this place just because of how much stuff is left. I mean, straight up, I don't have my steel toes on today. So, just not as apt to walk through some of this stuff because, again, it's just all over the floor. You don't know what you're stepping on. I do see a little hole in the back of that closet there. Just making a note for myself later. Just tough, can't really turn around down here. Coming around, another bedroom here. But, you know, same story, just full of junk. And again, it's kind of tough to assess these properties with just so much debris present, because again, you really can't see anything. You just see the garbage. You don't see the, you know, what's behind it. So, you know, when I look at these properties and I'm valuing them, I do kind of err on the side of caution. You know, just given the rest of the condition, I assume stuff's going to be broken or need replacing or whatnot. This is like the front entry, like, you know, living room, sitting room, whatever you want to call it. Again, looks like it might have been a little bit more old school with these with the tube TVs and this like old school piano thing here. It's kind of cool. All right. Oh yeah, and just look at that exercise bike. The tan seat, that thing's got to be at least 1988. All right, and this is like the front door, like front porch unit. We don't have to go out there. And then this is like the 3rd bedroom of the unit, front bedroom. The one upstairs, this bedroom is completely inaccessible, so we won't be looking at this room upstairs, but give you an idea. Preservation will take a look at the safe. I don't know what's in there, because again, just limited in my, honestly, in my willingness to walk on this stuff. You just never know what you're walking on. I've learned the hard way over the past few years, so I just rather err on the side of caution, and the banks don't give us a hard time either. I mean, they see the same pictures we do, so they can't really give us a hard time. Just some more water damage, but again, that's going to be pretty consistent with what we're seeing upstairs. And believe it or not, upstairs is even worse. And the guy was living up there. He literally slept. He slept in this unit last night. They evicted him this morning. He's been here for months, if not years. And like I said, this is just, it's eye-opening sometimes what we get exposed to. So coming up into the 2nd unit, again, this was the one that the gentleman was occupying. And I mean, like I said, this one's a bit worse than the 1st unit. Walking into the kitchen here, it's got the same layout. Obviously see some potential roof damage here, something with a leak upstairs. Guy definitely liked Captain Morgan, I can tell you that. Fan myself, but not that big of a fan. I do see some of the windows in the back. They look like they're rotting out a bit, wood windows. Ooh, this one's a rough one. We'll come around. Got the bathroom that looks like it hasn't been used, you know, since like 2008. Again, just very rough. Not much I think you're going to really be able to salvage in this place. Just honestly, just from like a biohazard standpoint. Like if I was flipping this place or renovating it, like I wouldn't feel comfortable putting somebody in here, you know, unless I did it right. And then we're going to walk into here even though I don't want to. Again, limited on light, no power up here. But I mean, this guy was living in this mess. Just watching my step here from what I can walk in. No bedroom on this side, so I guess I lied with the exact same layout. This is the bedroom up here. This is where the guy was bunking. So just take a look at that, and again, you know, it just makes me feel a lot better when I go home and I see my house and it's nice and clean, and I don't feel as bad if I don't clean it right away, you know, because I know the way some people live, and hey, different people got different standards. It is what it is. Again, just a sea of garbage. I'm not walking on that. There's a room over there. But again, just with the condition of this place, with what's going on, it's just, I'm not comfortable. Again, just take a look. You don't know what you're walking on over here. Just because the guy was sleeping in here and wants to live in this doesn't mean that I want to. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty hard gut. Also, a lot of cigarette residue here. I mean, just take a look. This is supposed to be white. And it's almost pink, I would say. This trim's supposed to be white. So again, very rough. This one of the worst ones we've had in more recent memory. I think one like maybe over the last summer I had a rough 2-family as well, but this one I think is going to be surpassing that. I just couldn't believe it when I walked into this kitchen and saw this just sea of garbage. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to shoot down here. It's very full of junk. I think it was getting water too, so we'll exercise some caution. Definitely got some what I would consider mold. You can see it popping up right there. Take a look. All right, and we do have some nice water on the ground. So before we, oh wow, okay. I had seen the pictures. I haven't seen the place yet. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if I can walk around down here, even with the boots on. Let's take a look. All right, that's not too bad. All right, so it's a light layer of water at least, but just the sheer amount of junk down here might be a little tough. And again, safety first. I'm not trying to break my neck to get a video. You guys know what to expect here. I don't think there's really going to be much to salvage, right? I just want to see if we can maybe see if the mechanicals are still present in some capacity, but I am having a really tough time finding some footing here. And again, just to show you guys what I'm working with, just so you know I'm not pulling your leg here. I'm just trying to find a path to walk. Let's go here. Don't say I never do anything for you guys, right? Getting you some views. I mean, you can look how bad that is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some mushrooms down here or something. Let's see. I'm just going to see if I can poke the camera back here. Oh, oil tanks on an angle. Whole bunch of junk back there. Let's see. Anything I can see from the camera, from the back view. I mean, I'm just going to hold it up here for a minute just for my own reference, but this one's pretty rough here. Yikes. All right, I'm going to get out of here before I contract anything. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we do get these ones in like this every once in a while. You guys have seen a few rough shape, but you know, it can be tough. It's not all luxury condos, right? Sometimes you got the nitty gritty. I mean, you can see like the cat hair and stuff. Ugh, I'm gonna need a shower after this one. We'll get into the second unit. I'm just letting everybody know I might not be able to walk through this unit fully. I'm just being upfront with you guys there, because this one is rough. And plus with some of the water issues, I do want to be a little bit careful. So as you can see, they just leave everything here. Got some electrical coming through. That's always interesting to see. And again, this is where I wear boots, hazmat suit. Effectively don't know what I'm stepping on. And then, oh yeah, look at this place. All right, I'm kind of glad I came here. It's at least like a little haunted house-ish. Come on through. Wow. Not on. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna be in and out of here, guys. Hate to do it to you, but it smells pretty bad in here. So maybe some type of collection room. They were Yankees fans. At least I can agree with you there. I mean, so this is like the back stairwell. Jeez. Yeah, so I mean, and the thing is, like, this has been like this for a long time. Just the way it looks, the discoloration, and what I'm accustomed to seeing, that has to have been like that for a while. Let's just take a look here. Again, not going to stay in here too long. A little bit of a bedroom. You can see some drywall issues. I mean, just tons of debris too, just kind of blocking what we can see. This is probably where some of the leaks came through. I don't know what is going on with that toilet. It's on like a pedestal. You can see all the plumbing back there. So this is probably where it happened. It's probably getting some roof leaks as well. I mean, you can see the knob and tube wiring on that electrical right there on that electrical fixture. So clawfoot tub, silver linings and all that. I am not going to step in here only because I do think this is probably where all the plumbing damage is from. Just taking a look, and honestly, it's a little soft. So we're just not going to walk in here. I apologize, but safety first and all that. And okay, maybe 2013 was the last time someone was living here, so that could definitely be a thing. Neighbor says it's been vacant at least since before COVID, so might even be before that. But yeah, I'm again just looking. This place is toast. Tons of deferred maintenance, as is tradition at these properties. A lot of deferred maintenance. All deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. You get a lot of deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Some deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Again, just deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance. Typical deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance of deferred maintenance here. Seeing a little bit of deferred maintenance. The deferred maintenance and the deferred maintenance. I mean, some deferred maintenance. A lot of deferred maintenance here. Deferred maintenance, deferred maintenance, you know, the deferred maintenance just piles up.